go over the three good things that I saw, and they're very small. Barclay Goodrow, good in the PK. Made three really good defensive plays in the neutral zone in the PK, including one that led to a short 2-on-0, which you have to score on.
Yeah, you got to get that puck up.
So, yeah. And then moving on real quick, Nils Lundqvist gets his first goal.
Rip.
Arguably the best defenseman on the ice for the Rangers last night. That's not saying a lot, especially when you have Adam Fox. So, yeah. Although they weren't as good in the previous games, the third line was the best Ranger line. They weren't great, but they were okay. And Hito got the goal. Lafreniere got the assist. Lafreniere was physical and noticeable. Julian Gauthier was kind of quiet, though, considering how good he'd been playing lately. The bad, they were fatigued, and it showed. They looked like they had the win for the first 20 to 25 minutes of the game, but they were still a little behind. And then they took too many penalties, got shorthanded too much, and it hurt them. And then Huska's not an NHL level goalie. He's an AHL backup for a reason. The first two goals are on him. And then the shot on the O'Connor goal, I know it was a nice move on Miller, who was atrocious. But the shot itself was not good. And Igor or any other NHL starter would have stopped that shot. The first line wasn't good enough. Zibanejad and Kreider were nearly invisible, and then Kakko was kind of just meh. So, and then the team defense was awful. Too many high danger chances, a lot of mental mistakes from brain fog, from the fatigue. But even in the two previous Chicago games, they gave up a lot more chances and high danger ones recently than they had been giving up. So, not good. That's got to change. Gallant will change that. I have no doubts that he will. Miller had probably one of the worst games of his career. He was absolutely walked twice. He needs to start playing the body more. I've said this before. I know I've said it. He needs to start doing it. Enough is enough. You're taught how to do that before you hit your teenage years. Stop it. And then win a damn face-off, please. No possession, because you're not winning face-offs, so you don't have the puck. But, Sean, you're right. Would have been a different story with Shesterkin and net and more time between games. I just said this to Mark before we got on. I literally said those exact words. So,
like, it might be a different story next week if Shesterkin is in Colorado, and that there's, because they rested him until today. If they're saying everything's minor, there's a chance he could be back Sunday. And he's a great deodorant for any time this team makes mistakes, and they are learning. They are still doing some things. K-Andre had an okay game at best because he just did too much stick checking.
You're right, Diane. Yeah. They were never going to go 75, 4-3. Games like that do happen.
And usually it's on the second half of a back-to-back against a team that's hot and in your own building, because you're not concentrating. It's just
the other thing that I forgot that was good was actually this guy right here. He absolutely destroyed Nathan McKinnon, got a back-to-back Gordie Howe hat trick again. He played good. He was probably the best defender on the ice for the Rangers last night. Nils was a very, very close one for me. So
a lot more on Jacob Trouba, and not just because Philk might have to start saying complimentary things like he just did about him, but the whole world is going topsy-turvy. But once again,
somebody needs to insert the Jackie Chan picture of him going like,
ooh.
Because that's me right now.
Yeah. Still no word from our beloved third leg, but I do have to say this again to promote it. Make sure you watch Philk's Good, Bad, and Ugly reviews, either here or you can check it out on our Facebook page. And it's the Facebook group especially is where Phil usually always has it down no matter what. And then, like I said, he was at AEW last night.
Yes,
so,
I know. Mike asked for my UBS AEW review. We'll get to that in the Q&A section later. I'll talk a little bit about that because UBS was actually amazing. And then as for what Mark's saying, yes, please watch Phil's Good, Bad, and Ugly.
I can only say yes twice because a certain fan base ruined 3 yeses in a row. Anyway, on the other hand, I was there to watch it live, Thank you, by the way, to my friend Dave Schindler for getting me tickets. But they were, it was a good first period, just not good the rest of the way. So and when Filipino scored, I'm like, I might be going back to my seat. And then it was, they went into seventh goal, and it was nope. Let's go to Stout. Let's have a couple more drinks. And that was the story of my week or my
That
night.
sounds like a good post hockey plan.
Yeah.
If you like that video, we got a lot more. So check out any of these that are right over here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.